Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech, and in this video I will be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your Redmi 7A. By the way guys, I will be making a dedicated video for the best features where I'll be showing you all the features offered by this phone. So definitely check out that video, link will be in the description. So guys, here's my Redmi 7A in the black color, and first I'll start off with my favorite feature and the new feature on this phone. That would be the dark mode. So to enable that, first we need to go to settings and then select display settings. So once you do that, we have the dark mode toggle over here. Once you enable it, dark mode will be enabled, all the UI elements change to black, and even the phone dialer and messaging app switch to the dark theme, which looks pretty cool. So this is the dark mode, and as I've said, it looks pretty cool, and it also helps strain your eyes less at night. So it's a win-win situation. Now going on, next we have full screen gestures. So to enable them, go to settings, then select full screen display. Now select the second option. And now make sure you enable this particular toggle as well. Go back to previous application. Now once you do that, you can see that there are no navigation buttons at the bottom. Now we have gestures. So now if you want to go to the home screen, swipe from the bottom. Now let's say if you want to open recent apps, just swipe from the bottom and hold, and you go to the recent apps. Now if you want to go back a step, swipe from the left side or right side to go back. Now if you want to quickly switch between the current application and the previous application, you can swipe and hold from the left side or right side to do that. So I can do that on the right side or left side, just swipe and hold to switch the current application with the previous application. If you just do a swipe gesture from the sides, you just go back a step. So guys, these are the full screen gestures I would recommend you to try out. Now in the default camera application, whenever you take a picture, if you're getting a timestamp like this, if you want to remove it, this is what you need to do. First go to settings, and in settings make sure you disable this toggle, add timestamp on photos. Once you do that, timestamps will be removed. Next, if you take a picture, you'll get this capture sound. If you find it annoying and if you want to remove all the camera sounds, once again go to settings and disable this toggle camera sounds. And now whenever you take a picture, you won't hear any sound. Next, I'll show you how to use split screen mode on this phone. So if you're using these full screen gestures to open split screen mode, you need to first go to the recent apps page, then click on the application, like long press on it to get extra options. Now click this button at the center to open that application in the top window, and then you can select the secondary application from the recent apps, or else you can go to the home screen and then select the secondary application. Now if you're not using full screen gestures, instead if you're using these buttons, we have a nice little shortcut. To enable that, go to settings, then select additional settings. Now select buttons, select open split screen. Now select long press menu button. Now once you do that, you can open split screen mode by simply long pressing on the recent apps button. And there we go, that's split screen mode. It's a nice shortcut. If you're using navigation buttons, definitely do give it a try. Split screen mode has been on Android for a very long time, but still there are applications that do not support it. You just get an error like this. So if you want to use all applications in split screen mode, this is what you can do. First go to settings, then select about phone. Now click on MIUI version 7 times. Once you do that, developer options will be enabled. Now go back a step, then go to additional settings, scroll down and select developer options. Now scroll all the way to the bottom and enable force activities to be resizable and restart your phone. Once you do that, you will be able to use split screen mode on all the applications. I'll definitely recommend you to do that. Now going on next, if you want to change the display screen off time on this phone, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select lock screen settings, and then select sleep, and from here you can change your display screen off time. Usually 15 seconds or 30 seconds should be sufficient for most people. Now going on next, if you want to display memory usage in the recent apps page over here, this is what you can do. Go to settings, then select home screen and recent, and make sure you enable this toggle, show memory status. Once you do that, you can see memory usage on the recent apps page. Now these over here are some quick suggestions. If you don't like that or if you want to remove that, once again go to settings, home screen and recent, and disable this toggle. Once you do that, this area is completely plain, all those suggestions are completely removed. Next, if you want to display the network speed on the status bar, or if you want to display notification icons on the status bar, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select notification and status bar, and enable this toggle notification icons to display notification icons on the status bar. If you want to display network speed, enable this toggle. Now we can see the internet connection speed on the right side. Now for some quick tips related to your home screen, this is your default launcher. If you want an app drawer, you can try installing the Poco launcher from the Play Store. You can just search for Poco launcher, and there we go. Just make sure it's from Xiaomi. Now I've installed Poco launcher, and now I got an app drawer. So this is the new Poco launcher, and it also comes with an app drawer. We can do a swipe up gesture to check out all the applications. Now for some reason, if you don't like this launcher and you want to go back to your previous launcher, this is what you can do. Go to settings, then select home screen and recent and select default launcher. Now from here you can select your default launcher. I'll go to system launcher, and now when I press home button, it takes me to the default launcher. Now there is no app drawer. Now if you want to uninstall any of these applications, you can simply long press on them and then bring it to the top to uninstall that application. Now if you want to move any of these applications to the next home screen, this is what you can do. Just long press on any icon and swipe it to the right side corner or left side corner to take it to your desired home screen, and then drop it. Now if you want to take multiple applications from one home screen to another, this is what you can do. Do a pin gesture, select all the applications, now select on the icon. Now you can do this and then leave it to drop those applications. Now you can do a swipe down gesture to pull down the notification bar, and you can do it again to check out these toggles. Now these toggles over here are called quick toggles, and you can configure these or rearrange these toggles to affect this list. Now if you want to enable or disable any of these toggles or rearrange them, this is what you can do. Just swipe right and select this option. Now long press on any of these icons and bring it to your desired location and drop them, and once you click done, new layout will be fixed. So that's how you can edit your notification toggles. Now going on next, whenever you press the volume buttons, this is a new interface and you get a pretty huge volume bar over here. Now at the bottom we have some interesting options. Now if you click this button, your phone is set to mute, and if you click this option, you get some extra options. Now these are three different volume bars. This one is for multimedia, this one is for ringtones, and this one is for alarms. Now over here we have silent and do not disturb mode. Once you select silent, you get a countdown over here and you can increase it or decrease it. Now if you set it to 30 minutes, silent mode will be disabled automatically in 30 minutes. So that's a pretty cool and unique feature. Now going on next, whenever you press the home button, it always takes you to this particular screen. Now if you want to set this particular screen as your default home screen, this is what you can do. Do a pin gesture, select settings, now select set default screen. Now select the screen that you want to make as your default screen. Once you do that, from now on whenever you press the home button, it always takes you to this particular screen. Now going on next, I'll show you how to change your default launcher, default messaging application, default browser, and so on. For that, go to settings, then scroll to the bottom, then select installed apps. Now once you're here, click this button over here and select default apps. Now from this page, you can change your default gallery application to something like Google Photos. You can change your default music player, default email application, default video player, and so on. With that said, if you want to change your default launcher, you need to come to home screen and recents. You need to change it from here. Next, if you want to take a screenshot, there are multiple ways to do it. You can either use the buttons, just press the volume down and power button both at the same time to take a screenshot, or else we can use the toggle. Just swipe down and you have the toggle over here to take a screenshot. Just click it to take a screenshot. Now there is another easy way to do it. Just swipe down using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Now for some reason, if this gesture is not working for you, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select additional settings, then buttons. Now select take a screenshot. Now make sure slide 3 fingers down is selected. Once you do that, you can swipe down using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Now if you want to take a longer screenshot, this is what you need to do. First, take a regular screenshot. You can either use the buttons, toggle, or the gesture. I'll use the gesture. Now click this preview and click scroll. Once you do that, this page will be scrolled automatically. Now once you click done, you get a long screenshot, and this is the long screenshot. Now going on next, this one also comes with something called Game Booster, which is supposed to improve your gaming experience with some automation rules. So to check that out, open the security app, then select Game Booster. Now from here you have some extra options. You can add your games, and if you go to settings, these are all your customizations. First you get Game Speed Booster, and over here we can restrict background sync while you're playing games. You can clear cache automatically every time you open a game, and you also get some other cool options. Now fixing screen brightness is something I would recommend you to do. Next I'll show you how to record calls automatically on your phone. For that, open the phone dialer, then click this button over here, then select call recording and enable this toggle. Once you do that, all the calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. So that's pretty cool. Now for the final tip, I'll show you how you can disable ads from Xiaomi applications. Now whenever you open any application, especially Xiaomi apps, those apps start giving you ads. So whenever you get an ad notification, simply long press on it and then go to all categories and disable the first toggle, that's show notifications, to stop all annoying notifications or ads from that application. For the demonstration, I just showed YouTube, but you get the point. Now besides that, let's say you have File Manager, and if you want to block ads from this application, this is what you can do. Just open it and then go to Settings, Now go to About and disable recommendations. Once you do that, you won't get ads from this application. In the same way, we need to do it for all the Xiaomi applications. Even for something like Download Manager, it has ads. So once again, go to Settings, then search for Recommendations and disable it. Once you do that, this app will not be able to generate ads. Yes, ads are annoying, but right now there is no single switch to disable ads. In the same way, if you check out Clock, you can find it in Settings once again. Just go to Settings and at the bottom it says Personalized Content Recommendations. Just disable all these recommendations for all the Xiaomi apps and you won't receive ads from them ever again. If you still receive ads, as I've told you, just long press on any of the ad, go to all categories and disable the notification and you won't be annoyed ever again. So guys, these are the most important tips and tricks for your Redmi 7A. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and I'll try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.